Alright, boys and girls, we have a day of failures to show you, at least TTM wise. We have 4 failures, we have 1.5 TTM successes, and a lot of purchases. So, let's get ready for some graphs and laughs. Alright, so first off, let's go ahead and show you the purchases, and then we'll get to the TTMs. Now, I purchased some cards for Project Goofball, and these will not be able to be signed anytime soon due to high fees or just the fact they're a Hall of Famer and they rarely sign. So the first one is the Wizard, who is literally the Wizard, Ozzie Smith. Love that card. Next one, we have a hot and spicy Nolan Ryan showing some thigh. Love to get that signed. That'd be pretty hilarious, but that'd be $75. Gonna hold off on that for now. And this set, I love this set. I may end up getting the whole set for Project Goofball because they're just great cards. There's just Mike Piazza going out for a round of golf and decided to snap a shot for a baseball card. Also had the 90s mold on top, so love that card. So those won't be getting signed anytime soon, so I wanted to show them to you now. Alright, moving on. I do have a new PC that I'm starting. It's a current player PC. Not necessarily because he got into the fight, just I like his attitude, and I think he's a really good player who has a lot of potential, but I think he's still suspended. I think he got suspended for quite a while, but it's Ramon Laureano. So picked up a signed rookie card of his. That'll be my new current player PC, so we're going to be getting some rookies and stuff of him in. Because I think it's a good choice to collect. I mean, he seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. I know he's a little spicy, got into that fight, but that was really egged on by the hitting coach or whatever coach that guy was on the Astros. So he seems like a leader in the clubhouse, and you always want to see that in a guy. So anyways, I'm going to start collecting him. Ramon Laureano. Alright. Moving on, we have autographed cards for Project Goofball. Some of these guys have passed away. Some just made sense to buy the autographed card because it was only a few bucks more than the unsigned cards. So, first off, Gus Zarenial. Got a lot of balls stuck to his bat there. That's pretty much the aspect of this. The 1950s cards didn't get that goofy, unless you count appearances. This is not an actual 1952 card. It's one of the remakes, but it is hand-signed by Gus Zarenial, so that'll be going in Project Goofball. Let's go ahead and get the binder out. Project Goofball. Alright. And we'll put Gus right there, next to old Donnie Boy. Alright, next up. This one is just reminded me of a headshot, kind of just a goofy pose he did in the photo, but Mr. Ricky Leday, giving the nice little side smile there with the arm up on his face. I don't know, just reminded me of those headshots, those glamour shots from back in the day. This would go well with that Bryant Reeves glamour shot I got in here. I'll show that to you real fast. It's just right here. Well, I thought it was up here. I actually might be sending that off to get signed, so maybe it's not. Alright, next up. This is what I call resting pitch face. Resting pitch face. This is basically pitchers making a funny face after they throw the ball. They get some interesting photos. It's not necessarily their appearance normally, but it's their resting pitch face. So this is Harvey Haddix. Check out that resting pitch face. Gotta love it. So, Harvey's going in the goofballs and oddballs. And resting pitch face, you can't really blame a pitcher for that. They're throwing hard, they're giving it everything it takes. Sometimes you're going to make a funny face. Alright, next up we got Jeff Reed, who just probably got smoked at home plate and they decided to snap a photo and put it on a trading card. So, Score is kind of a douchebag. It's a terrible idea for a photo for a card because he probably just got plowed over. But there you go. There's probably how the photo was taken. And it is signed by Jeff Reed already, so a good score for Project Goofball. Next up, we have accordion enthusiast. God dang it! This set's gonna crack me up several times. I apologize. Jim Fregosi, and this is a picture of him when he was a kid playing the accordion. and it's signed there on the side, smeared a little bit, but that's okay. We don't need to be perfect in Project Goofball. So that's going in the book. And this is the last one for Project Goofball. And this is a classic card, in my opinion. It's Brian Hunter, and he's literally stealing a base. So, congratulations, Brian. It's a great card. Not really much to make fun of there, because it speaks for itself. Alright, so that's it for Project Goofball. Let's go ahead and go to Project Archive. And I got some purchases for that. Alright. Here is Project Archive. And we have, first off, Mr. Billy Bean on a 1989. So let's go forward in time to 1989. At least book-wise. And you know what? I forgot. I didn't put my autographs back in here from showing them off on the podcast. That's okay. They aren't in any specific order anyway, so this will be filled back up when you guys see it next time. Alright, next up we have a Bob Horner from the fan favorite set. This is a certified auto from 1982. So it'll be going over here next to the president of the Hall of Fame. Okay, next up, this is another purchase. This guy charges about the same of what I paid for it on eBay. I figure why not get the guarantee, and I think it was a little bit cheaper actually. Mr. Lance Parrish by $1 or $2. So that'll be going over here next to Al Oliver. And the last one is a guy who has influenced, if you collected cards, it's probably influenced your life quite a bit. The creator of Beckett Magazine, Mr. Jim Beckett. Dr. Jim Beckett, I'm sorry. You gotta earn that doctor. It's disrespectful if I don't put it on there. So Dr. Jim Beckett. This actually was an exclusive in the magazine, and I got actually some of those coming in that are unsigned. And I'll be writing to Jim to get those signed later. Haven't got those in yet, so. But I wanted to knock that one out. It was kind of an important card for me to get in this set. He is an influential guy in the hobby, and I wanted it in here for sure, so I went ahead and bought it. So he'll go right there. Okay, so that's it for the purchases for Project Archive. Let's look at some failures TTM wise. First off, we got one back from Mr. Whitey Ford, and I got this note. Sorry, Mr. Ford is not signing anymore, which is totally understandable. He's probably up there in his 90s, just at that point. If they don't want to sign, I totally have respect for that. Well, if they don't want to sign at any age, I have respect for it, but I understand why he doesn't want to sign, so that's fine. Got 2 refusal RTSs, not just RTSs, refusals. Both are foreign refusals. Mr. Tony Armas, Sr., refusal. That's coming from Venezuela. And then this one, I'm thinking maybe this stuff's not even getting sent to Venezuela. I don't know. Because I've had several refused letters from Venezuela at this point. And I know the U.S. is having like back and forth with Venezuela. I'm starting to think we're not getting any mail sent there at all. So we'll see. But this is Dave Concepcion, again, refused. So I think there might be something going on there, but I don't think any of my mail's even getting like past customs. But we'll just a theory that may be true. I'll have to look it up. I haven't looked into it or anything. But all right, moving on to some more failures. That's 3 so far. Here's our 4th failure, coming from Carlton Fisk. Sent my cards back unsigned, and a price list for $50. He is a Hall of Famer, so you know that's about right for him. Am I gonna send him off? I don't know. Maybe one eventually, but not anytime soon. So it does go to cancer research, so that is a good thing. It's always good when the donations go to cancer research or some kind of foundation. So those are my 4 failures. And what's the half, you're asking? Well, I got this back unsigned. I sent this out for Project Allen and Artwork, Peyton Manning, but he actually did send something back signed, his little flyer here. So I guess he signed a bunch of these, and they're just putting them in the requests. He probably got flooded with all the COVID mail like everybody else, so I'll just hold on to that card, and I'll send it, when everything calms down, I'll send it back off. But got Peyton here on the custom card, and there is some debate on these, but most of them pass PSA, which doesn't mean that they're authentic. If you listen to our podcast, we've proved that. But there's pretty good consensus that they're authentic. Some disputed. But, okay, and the one success is a paid success coming from Reggie Smith. And actually, he did sign it to my daughter. So, nice success there, and that's going to go in the book. So, we'll get that in there. And I promise, like I said, I'll get those... here's the stack that I took out for the show. If you don't watch the podcast, we go over our TTMs, and there's the fat stack that I took out. So, those will all be put back in after this video. Alright, let's get Mr. Reggie Smith in here. If I can find the page... Oh boy, I might have taken out... Yeah, I may have taken out the only card that was the indicator. That's not good. Well, I'm gonna guess it's right here. I'll have to... I'm gonna guess it's right there. If it's not, you guys can roast me in the comments. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed all the failures. But you know what? That's gonna happen. And we got some cool stuff in purchase-wise, so... I'm Zane Savage, and you take care, all of you autograph addicts.